All right, so we're going to get started here with Yin Yang Yoga, live streamed from Yoga. Thank you for being here. So we'll start, just close your eyes in a comfortable seated posture. Roll your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, let your shoulders slide down the sides of your body. Close your eyes and just start your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in, letting the belly expand as you breathe in, and let the belly collapse as you breathe out through the nose. Keep the breath coming in through the nose and out through the nose. Let your lungs fill up comfortably. You don't have to balloon your lungs to full capacity, but take as long and deep of a breath as feels appropriate. As you're ready, go ahead and let your eyes blink open. I'm going to start a little differently than what I usually do on Tuesdays. We're going to start with some yin stuff, so it's really going to be yin to yang and then back to yin. But let's start, roll your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. And then as you're ready, we're going to reach both arms straight up, palms face in. Then we're going to lower the left hand to chest level, centered in front of the heart. Right arm is going to come down, cross at the elbows, forearms come up, and then grab the thumb, the wrist, a finger, anything that you can. If you can't grab onto anything, if you're like this, grab opposite shoulders muscly. And just let your elbows hang in front of your chest. Likewise here, just let the elbows and arms hang. So you should feel your shoulder blades moving away from one another. You want to make sure that your spine is still long and straight. Make sure that you haven't rounded forward. Keep that spine long and straight but not stiff. And remember to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Now, just to make sure that we're doing this in a yin fashion, which is passive, let's just raise the elbows up an inch or two, and then release all those muscles that you just engaged. So you want the biceps to be totally, biceps and triceps to be totally loose here. Just enough engagement in the forearms to keep the shape of the arm posture. This is called Garudasana, eagle arms. Take another breath. Your arms rise and fall with your breath, that's fine. And as you're ready, go ahead and release your grip with your shoulders. Let the arms come down. Hands to lap, roll the shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Reset. And then as you're ready, we're going to do that again. Both arms straight up. This time, the right arm's going to come down to chest level. Left arm's going to come under. Forearms are going to come up. And then grab wherever you can. You don't have to grab the same way. You might be tighter on this side. But just so long as you have something to grip on. Again, if you can't grip anything, if you're over here somewhere, grab opposite shoulders with your elbows stacked with the weight. So again, we're kind of pulling the shoulder blades away from one another, and we're letting the weight of the arms do that same thing. So we're spreading the shoulder blades away from one another. Again, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Double check your posture. Make sure that you have a round forward. Keeping the spine long, straight, but not stiff. nose and out through the nose. Right? Keep your breath even and really connect to your inhalation at the same amount of time as your exhalation. Elbows, arms rise. In breath, but drop back down on your out breath. We're going to hold this for a little while. Really let that stretch with deeply like tissue. You might get some tingling in your fingers, almost in your fingers. Got your arms crossed like this, pressing the blood flow, restricting the blood flow to the armpits. So you might get a little tingling, that's fine, don't worry about it. In through the nose and out through the nose. One more full breath cycle. And after you're ready, go ahead. Release. Your hands come back down to the lap, with your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Then as you're ready, let's roll forward into a tabletop. So Eric's going to be sideways so you can see what's going on in these next series of movements. I will be still facing front, so that might be helpful. We're going to do something a little different. This is something called a yin bin. So it's like a vinyasa, but it's going to be totally yin style. So we're going to start by just dropping the hips back down, coming into a child's pose. Your hands are long in front of you. Take a breath. As you're ready, on an in-breath, we're going to come up, forward, passing through tabletop, then let the hips slip down and shift into an up dog. Take a breath. Now, on your next in-breath, as you breathe out, we're going to push back into a child. Let's try that again. Breathe in, come forward. As you breathe out, hips come down into upward dog. Then breathe in. Hips come back to the heels or as far down as they'll go. Hips to the floor or as far down as it'll come. On your next in-breath. When you get to the halfway point, start breathing out. Breathe in. Shift back. So this is in lieu of cat and cow. And this is just this is something you can do in the morning. Again, breathing in, come forward, hips come down, shifting into an upward dog. Push back, out. One more time, let's breathe in, come forward through tabletop, drop the hips down, let the lower back go slack. Breathe in, or breathe out, I'm sorry, as you push back. Let's do it one more time. One long breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Push back is breathe out. And then just hang here in a child's pose for a breath. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Sit in dragon pose. Roll your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Then as you're ready, just walk your hands forward, bring your hands or your feet between your hands. Grab opposite elbows, keep your upper body long, just hanging down, and gently sway side to side in a ragdoll posture. Drop your hands, just hang there for a beat. Hands come up to the hips. Then we're going to hinge up at the waist, coming up, dropping your hands, roll your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, coming into Tadasana mountain pose. If you're not there, let's come towards the front of our mat. Make sure that your feet are hips width distance, so your feet should be directly under your hips. Bring your hands up to the hips. Gaze is forward, shoulders are open, heart is open. Take a breath in. We're going to step straight back, imagining that there are tracks along your yoga mat. Let the right foot go straight back, bending the front knee, but keep those, make sure that the hips are still flat towards the screen you're looking at. So this is set up for warrior one. Your toes can be at about a 40-degree angle, 45 degrees, whatever. Reach up. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Gaze is forward. So this is warrior one. This is the yang part of the Yin Yang Yoga class. So breathing in, expanding your belly as you breathe in, letting it collapse as you breathe out. Really reaching up. Your shoulders should be stacked directly over your hips. One more full breath cycle. Now on your next in-breath, we're going to step back, open the hips. Keep that knee in the front from shifting over. Reaching forward and back with the fingers. Gaze over the front fingers. Shoulders are, again, exactly over the hips. So, see how the shoulders and the hips are in perfect alignment here. And you want to be flat, so you want to be presenting a perfect profile here. And this can be as deep as you want. If it feels good for you to go the length of your mat, that's fine. If that makes you too wobbly, don't worry about it. Find a point that is solid. One more full breath cycle. Now, as you're ready, we're going to flip our palms, reach up and back, exalting the warrior. And make sure that that front knee is not collapsing inward. Opening the rib cage in the front. Breathing, gaze up and forward, and lift up while there's your neck. One more full breath cycle. Then windmill the arms back around, settle forward into warrior two. Flatten your palms, hinge forward, reaching down and up. Or triangle pose. And if it's your practice to do this with a straight front leg, that's fine. Get a little extra stretch in that hamstring in front, or you can use your thigh to rest your forearm across if you need a little extra stabilization. Or just stretch up and down, reaching up and down. One more full breath cycle. Hinge back up. Settle into warrior two. As you're ready, hands come to hips. Step back to the front of your mat. Drop your hands or your shoulders back. Shine your heart forward. Take a breath. Again, make sure your feet are hips width distance. Hands come to hips. Step straight back again, remembering that there's tracks. So you want to go straight back with that left foot this time. Bend the front knee. And make sure that your hips are flat towards the front of your mat. Reach up. Second side of warrior one. Breathe, expand the belly as you breathe in, collapse the belly as you breathe out. Try not to breathe up in the shoulders. Keep your shoulders relaxed. So you don't want to be like this. You want your shoulders to still be basically straight across. You want to feel like you're getting some stretching into that back hamstring, some strength work into that front quad. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. On your next in-breath, again, we're going to step back, fingers forward and back. Second side of warrior two. Gaze over the front fingers. Hands are on the same plane. Make sure your front knee is not collapsing inward. Make sure that that back shoulder, I'm not saying you're doing this, it's good. Make sure that the back shoulder is not up. So you don't want that back shoulder to be up like this. You want it to be dropped as much as you can. One more full breath cycle. And as you're ready, we're going to drop the back hand. Actually, we'll flip the palms first and then reach up and back. Or exalted warrior, second side. And make sure that the knee doesn't collapse. One more full breath cycle, then move all the arms back forward. So into warrior two. Flatten the palms, hinge forward, reaching down and up. Or triangle pose. Gaze up at the thumb, again, unless it bothers your neck. If it bothers your neck, look off to the side or look down. Remembering to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. One more full breath cycle. Then we'll back up. Settle forward into warrior two. Drop the hands to the hips. Step back to the front of your mat. Pull your shoulders back. Drop your hands. Mountain Pose Tadasana. As you're ready, we're going to drop our hands to either side of the feet. Step straight back with the right foot. Setting up into runner's lunge. And if your gaze can be forward, that's ideal. If that's hard on your neck, again, don't worry about it. Your back knee can be locked if that feels good. It can be a little bit relaxed. Doesn't matter. As long as you're getting full extension on the back of the posture. So again, we're working here on the core strength a little bit. And again, if we need blocks, if we have them, like Eric needs blocks to do this. He's muscular in the arms. Or you can be on your fists, you can be on your fingertips. Whatever works, flat to the hands. Take another breath, and as you're ready, drop the right knee. Flatten the toes. Stack your hands behind your left knee. Press up and away. This is baby dragon. So you want to try to get your shoulders over the hips here. The hips are kind of sinking down and forward. Your shoulders are moving away from the front of your mat. So you should be getting a stretch into the quads here. Taking a breath. As you're ready, drop your hands inside of the foot.
setting up for the lizard pose or full dragon. So you can stay here. If it feels good for your knee to go off to the side, that's fine. If you want to walk your hands forward and come down onto your elbows or onto blocks. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing, remembering to breathe, even rhythmic breaths, same amount of time for your in-breath as for your out-breath. Wherever that is. And then as you're ready, your knees off to the side, bring it in tight to the shoulder. Move your left hand to the outside of your foot. Now we're going to hinge back and stretch that hamstring. You can sit as far back as feels comfortable for you. If not very far, as far as you can go like me, that's fine. Just make sure you don't overstretch here. Take another breath. Then as you're ready, round back forward. Withdraw your foot. Set up into a tabletop. Take a breath. Place your right foot between your hands. Tuck the left toes under. Come up into second side of runner's lunge. Very good. Again, gaze can be forward, can be down. Whatever you need to do, if you need blocks, if you need to be on your fists, it's fine. And as you're ready, go ahead and drop the left knee, flatten the toes, stacking your hands opposite order behind that right knee, pressing up and away, coming into second side of baby dragon. Make sure your shoulders are not up here, shoulders hang down, and pressing away, trying to get as close to full extension of your arms as you can. If your arms are longer, that won't work, so don't worry about it. But try to keep the spine long and straight. One more full breath cycle. Drop the hands down inside of the foot again. Second side of full dragon or lizard. So again, you don't need to match what you did on the other side. Maybe walk your hands forward and bend your elbows as far as they'll go. Come down onto a block. Knee can be off to the side if that feels good, or it can be in tight. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. As you're ready, pull the knee in if it's already there. Move your hands to the outside of the foot. Hinge back for the second side of half split. Stretch that front hamstring. Breath cycle. As you're ready, round back forward. Withdraw your foot. Settling into your tabletop. Taking a breath cycle. And as you're ready, either crossing your ankles and rolling over them, or kicking your legs out to the side. come back onto your sits bones with your legs long in front of you. Get a drink if you need to. Make sure you're not all the way at the back of your mat like I just was. Pull your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Then as you're ready, we're going to pick up the right leg, put it out anywhere from 45 to 90 degrees. Bend the left knee, flat the foot along the inside of the thigh. Keep your chest flat towards the front of the mat. Right arm can either go behind the leg or in front of the leg, all the way down from elbow to wrist. Or if you can't get your elbow all the way down, then just go along the length of your shin. And open the heart. Gently stretch that left shoulder upwards. And let your upper body start to sink down towards your extended leg. You can either stack or drape or tuck that left arm up behind the rib cage. But what we're doing here is a sideways stretch. So a sideways spinal stretch. So the spine starts here and you want it to go 90 degrees. So if your leg's not exactly at 90 degrees like mine isn't, you don't want to line up with your leg. You want to be more inclined towards 90 degrees. So breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Try to sink down. So again, we're doing this passively. If you were doing this in a regular vinyasa class, you would grasp your foot or your ankle or put your arm under your leg and pull yourself down. But we're not doing that. This is a passive yin version of this. So we're compressing the left side of the spine, extending, stretching the right side of the spine. We're compressing the right side of the spine and stretching the left side of the spine. I'm mirroring to the camera here, so I get confused sometimes, sorry. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. We're going to hold this for a little bit longer. We're compressing the rib cage on the right side, stretching, opening the rib cage on the left side. Maybe that left lung feels like expanding and filling really a lot with air. Maybe it doesn't feel like that. Maybe you'd rather baby the lung that's got some pressure on it and have a shorter, shallower breath. It's up to you to find that optimal breath for yourself here. If your breath causes your upper body to rise, that's fine. Let it sink back down on your out breath. Eyes to be open or closed. And as you're ready, let the left arm just relax, let the shoulder blade collapse forward. Now you can round forward and just hang in a passive forward fold for a beat. If it feels good for you to put your hands in front of your ankle, we're going to use your arms as a gentle support. We're going to sit up very slowly, very mindfully from the base of the spine. We're stacking the vertebrae, each one from the base of the spine through the lower back, one at a time, each vertebrae stacking, the middle lower back, up towards the middle back, between the shoulder blades, and your neck and head are still going to keep stacking vertebrae one at a time until you come to sitting up straight. Roll the shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Pick up your left knee, extend your left leg long. Pick up your right leg, move it over. So keep both legs in front of you, pound your feet for a minute, roll your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath, get a drink if you need to. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So left leg, anywhere from 45 to 90 degrees. And the right knee, flat the foot along the inside of the thigh. Again, keep your chest flat towards the front of the mat. Left arm, again, if you can't get your elbow all the way down, extend your forearm along the length of your shin. Gently stretch the right shoulder up and let the upper body start to sink down. Drape, stack, tuck your right arm. If that's really uncomfortable, you can let it hang. The only thing about letting your arm hang is that it's kind of a counterbalance and you don't get as much forward momentum. So we're adding the weight of this to your upper body so that you can relax into the embrace of gravity here to execute the stretch. So again, we start with the spine here and we're stretching 90 degrees to the right. Compressing to the left, I'm sorry. Again, my mirroring skills are failing me. So, compressing the left side of the spine, stretching the right side of the spine. Finding your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. To be open or closed. Again, finding your breath. Your breath does not need to match what it was on the other side. This side might feel totally different. So maybe you'd prefer a longer, deeper breath on this side, maybe a shorter, shallower breath. But again, we're compressing the left rib cage, we're expanding the right rib cage, compressing the connective tissue that runs up and down the sides of each of the spine. We're also working on the discs between the vertebrae. We're compressing one side of the disc, stretching the other side of the disc. Finding that breath, keeping it even and rhythmic. Keeping the chest open towards the front of the room. Release a little bit deeper and farther down on each out breath. And as you're ready, go ahead and let the right arm relax, let the shoulder collapse forward. Now you can bring the chin to the chest, spine can round forward, hang here and half the forward fold for a beat. And as we're ready, again, put your hands in front of your ankle and gently. We're going to sit up at the base of the spine, one vertebra at a time. Again, roll back. To the middle back. One vertebra stacking top of between the shoulder blades. And inhale, last things to your eyes. Keep those vertebrae stacking through the neck one at a time. A little shorter through the neck, so you have to really visualize it. When you're sitting up straight, roll the shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Pick up the right knee. Extend the palm, pick up the left leg, move it over. Roll the shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath out of the feet if that feels good. And as you're ready, we're going to pick up both knees, flats of the feet come together. Again, sit with a straight spine. Take an in breath. As you breathe out, we're going to unstack the vertebrae, just the opposite of what we just did. Maybe walk your hands along in front of you. Bring your head down towards your toes, your heels. And just rounding forward, let the shoulder blades relax. Coming into a passive forward fold. So again, this is one of those postures that if we were doing it in a Yang style class, we would be grabbing our feet and pull ourselves down. We're not doing that now, we're making this totally passive. Just letting the weight of the upper body come down. Make sure you're not resting on your elbows. Maybe extend your arms long or out to the sides, or even behind you if that feels better.
Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. As you breathe in, maybe your body rises. As you breathe out, let it sink back down. So we have a little pressure on the lungs here in front. So if that's an issue, then just take a shorter, shallower breath. If you feel like taking a longer, deeper breath, that's fine. Your body might rise and fall. Just let it fall deeper with each out breath. Your shoulders here should be totally soft. Your neck should be soft unless it bothers your neck to let your head hang. And bring a little bit of muscular engagement into the neck. Hang here for another beat. And as you're ready, you can use our arms as a gentle support if you want. We're going to stack the vertebrae from the base of the spine, one vertebrae at a time, lower back, middle back, between the shoulder blades. Neck and head will be the last things to rise. Sitting up straight, hold the shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Pick up your knees, extend your heels long. Pat your feet if that feels good. Straighten your spine, arm the shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Drink if you need to. Then as you're ready, we're going to kick our legs back to the right. Come forward into the tabletop. We're going to do the fourth final spinal stretch here. So this is going to be a passive back bend, and it's the sphinx pose. So this is my use to this. We're going to start by lowering down to our elbows. Move your hands forward so that your elbows are under your shoulders. Extend your legs long, bring the hips all the way down to rest on the mat, shine your heart forward, gaze is forward. So the muscles of the lower back here are going slack. Now we're compressing the back of the spine, stretching the inside of the spine. I forgot to say what we were doing in the previous posture, the butterfly pose or cobbler's pose, compressing the inside of the spine, stretching the outside of the spine. So now we're doing the opposite of that, compressing the outside of the spine, stretching the inside of the spine. Nice and open or close. So you should be getting some sensation here in the lower back. If you're not getting a lot of sensation, there's two variations that you can try. The first is straightening the arms, coming into a seal pose. It's a little more active, so if you get a little bit of ragged breathing, that's fine. Still try to keep it even. If this feels good, you can hold this. If that's a little too much for you, come back down to the elbows. And the other variant you can try is bending the knees, letting the ankles come in towards the thigh. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And again, if that is a little bit too much sensation in your lower back, then just do the basic sphinx. Shining the heart forward, focusing on the tip of the nose, breathing in through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. As long and deep of a breath as feels good. Deep, long, it can be shorter or shallow. If you have any tension or any discomfort in your lower back, then maybe a shorter, shallower breath is better. Do pay attention if there's any sharp or hot sensations along either side of your spine. You need to back off the depth or intensity of what you're doing here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. If your eyes are open, just find a point to focus your gaze on. And if you're doing either of the variants, let's go ahead and all settle back into the basic Sphinx pose. Legs long, hands flat, direction forward. Take a breath. And as you're ready, just let the elbows slide out to the side, bring your chin down to rest on the mat. Take a breath. If it feels good to turn the right ear down, gaze off to the left. And a nice deep stretch into your neck. If that's more than your neck needs, you can rest your ear on your hands. Take a deep breath into the nose, feel the muscles of the lower eyes. Fall as you breathe out. Breathe out through the mouth if that feels good. Do that one more time. A deep, long breath into the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. And just feel like you're melting into your mat. A couple more breaths. Let your gaze off to the side, bring your chin back to the center. Opposite ear, cheek down. I've got to say this before, that bothers your neck at all, but just keep your chin up. Forehead on your hand or chin resting on the mat. Take a deep breath into the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. And trying to deep breath into the nose. Get the muscle of your lower back rise. Breathe out through the mouth. And then just feel like a puddle on your top. As you're ready, bring your chin back to center if it's not already there. Move your hands under your shoulders, elbows against the rib cage. On an in-breath, we're going to straighten the arms, bend the knees, send the hips up, over, through, tabletop, and down to your hips, coming into second bow of evening. So this is a counter stretch for that Sphinx pose that we just did. In through the nose and out through the nose. And here for a beat. And then as you're ready, on your next in breath, come forward into the tabletop. And make sure you're well positioned on your mat here. Your feet should be on the mat. Your hands should be on the mat. Spine is flat. Your knees are under your hips. Wrists are under your shoulders. Gaze is down. Spine is flat. We're going to set up for pigeon pose. So again, listen carefully to the cues, and you'll set up into this evening. So your hips should be flat. Your shoulders should be flat. As you're ready, we're going to bring the right knee to the right wrist, right toes over towards the left wrist. Flex the toes towards the front of the room. At least get your ankle past your knee. Then extend your leg long, keep your hips even as you come down. Shine your heart forward, take a breath. This is a perfect pigeon pose. Stay here. If you have any pressure in your knee, roll up onto one side and make it into a passive here pose. But assuming that everybody is okay with this here pose, or with the pigeon pose, from here, if it feels good for you to walk your hands forward and down on your elbows. And then if it feels good to bring your head all the way down to rest on the mat or on your hands, you can put your head on a block. Also put a block or a pillow under your chest if that feels good. Whatever is conducive to you relaxing your upper body downwards. Eyes to be open or closed again. So you should be getting a good intense stretch through your right hip here. You might feel it more in your hamstring. You might feel it more in your armis. You might feel it more in your glute. It all depends. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, as long and deep of a breath as feels appropriate. This is one posture where if it's really challenging, maybe a longer, deeper breath is advisable. So if it feels good for you to have a longer, deeper breath, that's fine. And again, it's more important that your hip be on an even keel. So make sure that your hip is not over here or over here, unless you're intentionally doing the more passive version of it. In through the nose and out through the nose. Hold this for another minute. Again, if you need to come up on the elbows, back up on the straight arms, at any point, we're not challenging ourselves to see how much pain we can endure. It's not torturing ourselves. So wherever you need to go, feel like you need to come back, or you need to lessen the intensity of this, make whatever adjustments you need to in order to do that. In through the nose and out through the nose. One more full breath cycle. Then if you're not already there, come up onto the elbows, flatten hands, straighten your arms, rock your hands back towards your hips, shine your heart forward, take a breath, roll off on that right hip, slowly, mindfully. Then the left knee, put your legs in front of you. Shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath, out your feet. Enjoy that sensation of release as the blood freely rushes back into that hip. But you're just, again, constricting the blood flow through. Roll the shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. Take your legs back to the left this time. Come forward into the tabletop, and we'll set up for the second side. Take a breath. Again, make sure your hips are directly over the knees. Shoulders are over the wrists. Left knee is going to come to left wrist. Left ankle over towards right wrist. Extend the left leg long. Shine your heart forward. Again, make sure that those hips come down evenly. Shine the heart forward. Take a breath. If it feels good for you to walk your hands forward and down into the elbows. And again, as far down as you want to. You don't need to map it here on the other side. Each side is different. They're not symmetrical. So this side might be tighter, it might be looser. Adjust your breath. And you don't need to match your breath with what it does on the other side. And again, at any point, if you come up off your elbows or straight arms, do so. But really keeping the lower body totally relaxed. Try to keep your shoulders soft, your jaw soft, your face soft, your scalp, back of the neck soft. Focus on the breath. Again, if those are really challenging posture for you, maybe you want a deeper breath. It's appropriate.
And as you're ready, if you're not already there, let's come up onto elbows with flattened hands. Straighten the arms. Pop your hands back towards your hips. Train your heart forward. Take a breath. Gently roll off onto the left hip. Then your left knee. Again, swing your legs around long in front of you. Tap your feet. Pull your shoulders back. Breath. Train your heart forward. And now, since we're kind of coming up towards the end, I'm not going to do the whole spinal twist. We'll just do a sitting spinal twist to close the night out. Roll your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. We're going to pick up the left knee and just put it over the right knee. Take the right hand, kickstand it behind your right hip. Maybe reach up with your left arm, tuck your knee in, tuck it inside your knee, put your hand down, also wrap around. So I'm not used to doing this, sorry. Yes, you're right, I'm doing exactly that. So the left hand comes to the left hand on the left hip. Or the left leg is across the leg. Sorry about that. Reach up. You can either tuck your arm in here or wrap around. And now we're going to turn our gaze around over our left shoulder. You want to keep your back as straight as you can here. As you breathe in, you might come back a little bit and breathe out. Turn. And go ahead and release to a counter stretch. The other side, gentle down. Sit up straight. Your left knee, leg long. Roll the shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath, out of your feet. Now, pick up the right knee, right ankle against the left. Right hand kickstands behind the right hip. Left arm goes up. And again, either extend it. People like to go like, whatever you want to do with your arms is really okay. If it works better for you to wrap around the front, that's fine. Take a breath. As you breathe out, turn your shoulders, neck, gaze around the side. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe out. Release. Counter stretch. Gentle down. Knees and your heels long, your shoulders back, shine your heart forward, take a breath. And then make sure your position so that when you lay back, your head stays on the mat. Settle back. Palms up. Down by the side. Let your feet relax. Coming into Savasana. Close your eyes. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just totally relax, release, absorb the benefit of the previous hours. Practice.
ready, gently roll off on the one side, whichever side feels natural. Knees up a little bit, and hang here for a beat or two. And as you're ready, gently press yourself back up to a comfortable seated posture. Roll shoulders back, shine your heart forward, close your eyes, and seal your practice in any manner that's customary to you. If you'd like to join me, bring hands to heart center, generating some gratitude, first towards yourself for coming to your mat tonight, and to all of the virtual friends that have joined you in this virtual practice. Maybe a little bit of extra gratitude to the universe for making it possible for us to maintain our connection by means of technology. Technology is not always the best thing, but it's great that it can be used for positive purposes like this. And if you'd like to join me in a closing Om, we'll take a deep breath in. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much. Thanks, Eric. I hope to see you all in real life again soon. Good touch.
Thank you. Thanks. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Stay safe.
You too.
End. No, end.